Hey, I'm Ren. Welcome to my channel. Well, this is gonna be fun, isn't it? Let's see what we have to work with here. So we have the super hacker from a planet called Punk Lord, who sees the world as a game, and has gone toe-to-toe with Screwlum before in a legendary hacking battle. Well, at least we know that Silverwolf is gonna be either a joke character or a headache for both me and your DM to work with. Not an issue though. If you're stubborn enough, you can make anything work. She does actually have a story that can be very compelling as a tale for D&D. All we need to do is change a few little details to make it make more sense actually in the realm of Dungeons & Dragons. But I can't really prove anything unless I actually show you, so let's head to the actual build now. It can't be that difficult, right? Right? Oh no. Okay, this entire video kind of hurt me when I was making it. I'm not gonna lie about it. Actually, it's more like I hurt myself in my own confusion, only to realize that it wasn't as difficult as I was making it out to be. These videos were made for fun, but at the same time I didn't want to make a character boring to play as or not make sense when it comes to their actual lore. I wanted them to, at the very least, mean something. So I made Silverwolf a halfling, cause she's short. It didn't actually have to have a deep meaning, you know? I thought it would be quite interesting, making her a part of a race that are known to be cheery, kind and curious, always willing to bond with others and family-oriented. What would it be like to have a halfling that is the complete opposite of that? As a halfling, you get an increase to your dexterity, your base walking is slightly slower, but you get the lucky ability that allows you to reroll an attack, ability check, or saving throw. Though if you do so, you have to keep the number you roll, even if it's lower than the original. Halflings have an advantage against being frightened, and they can move into a space even if there's a larger creature there already. And I also made Silverwolf a Ghostwise halfling, which gives her an increase to her wisdom and the ability to telepathically speak to anyone who is within 30 feet from her. Now for her class, I was this close to making her a wizard. I was so close to just saying forget it and just making her a wizard cause I couldn't think of what else to give her. But I really couldn't shake the feeling that there was a better way around it. And then I remembered, there is a class that could work for her. By still making her a wizard character, but instead of going for a wizard class, you give her a rogue class instead. It's time to pull out the hacker subclass. That isn't even a hacker subclass. The Arcane Trickster. Oh, this class actually hurts me. It uses wizardry abilities, while also allowing you to use cunning action and sneak attacks on your enemies. The Arcane Trickster is a spellcasting class, so yes, you do know some magic, but only to a very limited amount. At 3rd level you get access to the Mage Hand spell, but for the Trickster, you can use it to stow away objects or retrieve an object of your choosing. You can also use it to lockpick something if you wish. You can also do all of this without being noticed, so long as your sleight of hand can contest with another's perception. Also, your cunning action can also be used to control this hand. Anyway, you get a bunch of expertise, and now we move on to her ability scores. Dexterity should be her highest, then intelligence. Charisma, Wisdom, Constitution, and then Strength will have to be her lowest. For backgrounds, I gave her faceless, since she's technically off the radar since the day she was born, with no legal name or identity number. She practically does not exist, besides in video games and wanted posters. Though the background itself leans more into being unable to pursue your true self, I wanted to use it for a different reason instead. It also helps that the skill proficiencies are quite good for this background. Anyway, for her feat, I went with a halfling feat for her. Second Chance, which gives a bonus to your dexterity, constitution, or charisma, that's up to you. When an enemy rolls an attack against you, you can use your reaction to force them to reroll it. You can only use this ability once and only in combat. Afterwards, you'll have to wait until a long or short rest. For languages, I went with Undercommon, since being able to speak with Underdark traders is pretty good for a Stellaron hunter. That, and maybe you can find some obscure games there too. And speaking of games, I decided to do something a bit messy. From my personal experience, gaming sets don't really do much in D&D. They usually are just there for flavoring for your character. But for Silverwolf specifically, I think it would do her a lot of good if she has proficiency in gaming sets in general. This build doesn't innately give you that proficiency, but for role-playing purposes, I would recommend it. It's more fun to play that way. Anyway, I also gave her expertise in investigation, stealth, and sleight of hand, because of the main companion quest that she's a part of. And I also gave her expertise in performances, because she tops leaderboards in most games that she plays. For her magic, since it's a very limited range, I decided to make this quick and painless for both of us. These are just my recommendations and what I personally think would suit her. The first spell that I gave her was Break, since the description kinda reminded me of her skill ability. I then added Booming Blade as a spell, since she needs a damage cantrip and you could see it as similar to a regular attack. I then gave her Distort Value, cause I can see her having it if she wants to bargain for a lower price on something that she wants. Silent Image is sort of a reference to the hologram version of herself during her quest. And I also chucked in Detect Magic, Disguise Self, and Invisibility because of how she infiltrates into the Herta space station or somewhere else. And now for her equipment. I'd throw in a short sword and maybe a light crossbow, or a short bow actually, cause they can be seen as separate versions of her main weapon in the game. And because you'll likely need it because you're an arcane trickster. Trust me on this, you'll need it. Anyway, after all of that, it's backstory time. Will this go well? I'll try to stay positive on this one, but I'm also just worried. I had to change quite a few things and I hope it's not too bad. Please. She set the deck of cards in front of her, ordering them from color and value. She had no name nor family to call her own, just her cards and an alias that everyone knew her by. In her village, everyone always worked in groups with one another. No one ever gets left out, and those who do don't usually last that long, which was why they always seemed concerned about the nameless girl, who seemed to drift through life without a care in the world. And for those around her. It's all a game to her, a challenge for her to overcome, a side quest compared to her main one that she was winning against with each round that showed up for her. And maybe some people may say that she's taking it too far. Maybe some may say that she was heartless for her endeavors. Comparing her to her peers in the village would almost be an insult to her. The games she played, the rewards that she gained from them, the false name that they gave her, plastered on the streets of almost every town and city she visited since the day she grew bored of her old home. She recalled an arcanist once told her about an oasis in a barren land. She watched as four figures showed themselves to her the further she walked among the scorching sand. A man, a woman, a young girl, and she sat at the table that they set up as they offered her a new game to play. One that would span across multiple years and campaigns against fate itself. The offer, at first, sounded tedious, yet her fingers twitched as her mind seemed to consider all the possibilities that was being given to her. Sounds fun. I'm willing to join. She smiled, and the woman at the table gave her an amused look. She placed the final card on the table and looked at the array of them in front of her, each of them making up an infinite queue of colors, with infinite possibilities. The game she was playing ended that day, as she started a new one for herself. And that's the end of that. A nice short story for my own entertainment. It took a while for me to figure out what I wanted to write for her, but I came up with something at the end. A short story for Silverwolf. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the video as a whole. We're so close to 500 subscribers, and I can finally make a video about Aventurine. For literally no reason in particular, besides the fact that I'm a little bit ever so slightly obsessed with this character. Why am I outing myself in this video? Did building Silverwolf actually destroy my brain this much? Whatever the case may be, I am not admitting to anything. Thank you guys for watching this video and supporting this channel. Like and subscribe if you like, and I hope to see you all again next time. Take care.